Now, while President Trump is securing peace deals around the world and freeing hostages, for some reason, Meghan Markle is the one collecting humanitarian awards. You can't make this up. She's collecting humanitarian awards when she has done nothing. Okay, these awards are probably pay to play. Let me read you what's been going on with these two little hucksters from Montecito, the Duke and Duchess of Scamalot. I mean, this is just how crazy the liberal media is, right? Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are collecting humanitarian awards, and President Trump is the one freeing hostages and bringing peace to the Middle East. I find the irony of that insane, okay? So they collected the Humanitarians of the Year award at the Project Healthy Minds Gala in New York City. This is one of many awards they've been collecting for doing nothing. Now, they're being awarded for racial justice, gender equity, mental wellness, and safer online spaces. Now, none of those terms really mean much of anything, right? It's like that Harvard drag queen, the drag queen they hired at Harvard, who's going to teach queer ethnography. These are just a bunch of liberal gobbledygook BS made up terms, okay? Meghan Markle, she wants to talk about racial justice. She didn't even want to admit she was black until she had to. Her own agent in Hollywood thought she was white. On her headshots, allegedly, in her resume, she said she was white. Now she's collecting awards for racial justice. Gender equity, I have never really seen her uplift women. In fact, I've seen her stab women in the back. She did sit-down interviews where she basically called the entire royal family racist with no evidence, and then we found out that wasn't true. So in the Queen's dying days, she was kicking up dirt. She wasn't very nice to Catherine. They wrote about their personal fights and arguments in a book. They did a Netflix docuseries tell-all reality show. And she wants to talk about mental wellness and safer online spaces. I call a flag on the play. I don't know what that means, but it's a sports term. So one thing that I also find really interesting is that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, they also won an NAACP Image Award, right? They won an Image Award for furthering the Black community and being leaders in the Black community. But when you look at a picture of Harry and Meghan up on stage collecting the award, there's only 25% Black up there. They might as well give me the award. That's like me winning an NAACP award, right? These two are little hucksters. They don't deserve any awards. But here's what happens. These award shows and these ceremonies, they will just make up awards sometimes to get celebrities to show up. They'll be like, we're going to give you the Humanitarian of the Year award because they want to hang out with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle for the night, because they want them to come and bring some attention to their event, some attention to their gala. But I'm here to tell you, in the United States of America, very few people give a rat's ass about these two anymore. They're at the bottom of the barrel scraping. And after Meghan Markle's little stunt, rolling around Paris at night doing a tour of where Princess Diana died in a fatal car crash in the 90s, people are really done with her. People are really done with her. It's also interesting that she's winning these humanitarian awards because I put this down in my notes. I wanted to make sure that I mentioned this. Meghan Markle, in my opinion, she is the bully. You can actually see Meghan Markle's face drop sometimes when she's on a red carpet, when she's talking, when she feels miffed. She, to me, seems like the bully. Even when you watch With Love Meghan, her reality show where she moves pretzels from one bag into another, she seems like a bully, right? She wants everybody to do what she wants, when she wants. If they even interject or talk over her, she has this sourpuss look on her face. So for her to be winning all of these humanitarian awards, I just find so silly, but they just look like two little hucksters. They're going around collecting awards that have no meaning whatsoever. They're showing up, they're collecting a humanitarian award. What have they done? They don't even really leave their mansion in Montecito. They didn't want to do the work of, being in the royal family and serving the Commonwealth, 2 billion people. They didn't want to do the philanthropic efforts, even go to the ribbon cuttings. So for these two to go around collecting awards, I just find it to be a bunch of BS. But that's who Harry and Meghan are, right? They're two little jokes at this point. I don't think they'll be around 5 years from now. I don't even think we'll be discussing them because their fan base is getting smaller and smaller every single day. Well, y'all know I'm back to tell you about Bandy Crisp. These are the only chips I eat. I don't do Lay's. I don't do other potato chips. And let me tell you why I love Bandy Crisps. If this is your first time tuning in to Spot On, Bandy Crisp has just 3 ingredients: heirloom potatoes, sea salt, and 100% grass-fed beef tallow, no seed oils. That tallow's loaded with nutrients for your skin, brain, and hormones, and it makes these chips taste unreal. The tallow means you're satisfied without overeating, which makes it the perfect snack. You need to give Bandy a try, so go to bandycrisps.com/link and use code LINK for 25% off. That's bandycrisp.com/link, code LINK for 25% off your first order.